As Arthur C. Clarke said, the only way to find the limits of the possible is to go beyond them into the impossible. The world as most people are going to live it is so tightly defined, is so limited by their narrow perspective that they're never able to shake out of that, to really shape something and build the world, not as it is, but the way that they want to see it. They're allowing themselves to be hemmed in by what they see other people doing, by the bricks that have been laid before them. But it really is our ability as a species to adapt and to go somewhere new that defines us. And so focusing our attention on getting beyond that is a critical thing. And as Socrates himself said, the secret to change is to focus not on fighting the old, but on building the new. To put all of your energy into creating something new, not to resist what's come before you. And that's where so many people spend their time. There is so much comfort in what's come before. There is so much safety in the bricks that people have laid before you that you're unable to see that if you're willing to step beyond that, if you're willing to define something for yourself, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to challenge your own assumptions, if you're willing to challenge the things that you believe, if you're willing to push beyond the comforts, that an entirely new world awaits you. And we live in this radically new environment where information is available to us all, where with the click of a mouse, with a couple moments of surfing, that you can encounter a vast universe of ideology that is totally foreign to you, that is totally new to you, that are going to become the things with which you build something new. They're going to be the things that allow you to create a universe that up until this moment simply has not existed. All of you guys to really embody and really think about and really put at the core of your existence that step number one to accomplishing whatever it is that you want to do is actually getting started. And I understand, I know the thing that holds you back. I know the thing that is absolutely paralyzing for people is you don't think that you have what it takes to go out and be good. And rather than face that difficult, brutal process of growing and getting better and quite frankly facing your inadequacies, it's easier just to sit back. But as John Wooden said, never let what you cannot do interfere with what you can. There is something right now that you're capable of. There is an innate skill inside of you that's your spark. It's that starting point. It's that thing that while you may not be the best in the world at it, it's a flame that you can fan. It's something that you can breathe life into and really begin to get good. But first you have to understand the very nature of progress. And that's as Stephen Covey said. You're not the product of your circumstances, but rather a product of your decisions. And it's those decisions that are going to allow you to build that skill set. So don't worry about where you started. Don't worry about what you already have. Remember, it's the decisions that you make. It's going down that road. It is the decision to get started. It's the decision to face possible failure. It's the decision to get up once you failed. And it's the decision of what to learn when you fail. Do you learn that you're not good enough? Do you learn that you never should have tried? Or do you learn a lesson from the failure and get up and brush yourself off and remember that at the end of the day, you're going to go as far as you're willing to fight for, and that's it. And if you're willing to fight to go all the way, then you will go that far. You will set a new bar. You will define for people what is possible. You become that beacon of hope. You become that thing that other people look to as the standard. But at the end of the day, it started with you getting started. It started with you showing up. It started with you pushing and trying. So get out there. Don't worry about what you have and what you are. Focus on who you want to become and the price you're willing to pay to get there. As Theodore Vail noted, real difficulties can be overcome. It's only the imaginary ones that are uncomfortable. The reason that I love that is because it is a powerful reminder. At the end of the day, you're choosing what to believe. At the end of the day, all those things in your head that seem like you could never get over them, you've made them up. You've decided to obsessively focus on those things. And as Oprah said, what we dwell on is who we become.
And think about that for a second. Think about today. Just audit your thoughts. What did you spend your time thinking on? Did you obsessively think about the way that things could go right? Or did you obsessively think about the things that could go wrong? All the myriad ways that you need to protect yourself. And that's how it feels. In the moment, you think, I'm just planning for the worst case scenario. I'm thinking through all the ways that something could go wrong so that I can be prepared for it, not understanding that what you're doing is focusing on all the ways that it could go wrong. They're imagined futures. They are not real. And in that, like a race car driver goes where the eyes go, you will go where your thoughts go. You will become your thoughts. So instead of boxing yourself in and thinking only about all the different ways that something could be bad, could break, could fall to pieces, think about all the things that you could do if you take the action, all the myriad ways that things could come to your aid and work out for the better. Obsessively think on that and let failure be a total fucking surprise. In that, you will take the actions that you need to be successful. But first, you've got to train yourself to obsess over all the ways your life could go right. From there, you'll act.